Services Management Part 2, Luxury Consumers. The objectives of the day are: define the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, discuss the differences between the democratic, elite, and distant perspective of luxury, discuss the differences between a meritocracy and an aristocracy consumer, define and discuss the differences between an excursionist, day tripper, and loyal consumer. Female emancipation has impacted luxury consumption globally. Today, in many developing parts of the world, women are earning their own money and is using it to buy luxury goods. Even in countries where women are being suppressed, luxury consumption by these women is extremely high. In many Arab countries, Victoria's Secret is a leading brand, which indicates that women seek luxury brands no matter their social status or social requirement of hiding their consumption. Democratization means that luxury goods are creating goods for the masses. Some would argue that these are premium goods that luxury producers are attempting to create a line of goods that's between premium and luxury. A term has been created to describe the group of goods which is called mystique brands, a luxury brand for the masses that will increase their status and their hedonistic experience. Most of us would agree that China is a new frontier of economic development, and with it, a tremendous amount of net worth has been created within the country. Today, China is consuming approximately 1/3 of all luxury goods, and it's estimated by 2020 this percentage should increase to 50%. I would argue that we are connected globally, which creates global markets and information. The advent of the internet makes us all connected, and the cost of consumption has been drastically reduced because of internet marketing. The non-return effect means that once you experience luxury goods, you're unwilling to purchase non-luxury goods. Luxury consumption has changed from a global focus to more of a country focus. At one time, luxury consumption was primary in Europe and North America because they had the largest economies in the world. However, because of economic development globally, it has shifted towards the developing countries. A luxury good is in the eyes of the beholder. For some, it is an ordinary good, while others, it would be extraordinary. Can you identify goods that would be ordinary to one and extraordinary to others? Why? A luxury good is typically established at a higher price, so increasing the price when demand tends to rise, damage the image of the luxury good. For most luxury goods, you do not have a low introductory price, but rather set the price that demonstrates the quality and superiority of the luxury good. However, if there are costs that can be explained, like import duty or transportation costs, people will accept these higher costs that is reflected in the price. There's a concept called the Veblen effect, which is when you increase the price of a luxury good, the consumption pattern also increases. Some have argued for a good to be considered a luxury good, it must be a global good and recognized. People who purchase luxury goods want their luxury good to be seen internationally, so their status and hedonistic experience can also be recognized. Can you name global luxury brands? Do you agree with this concept? At one time, only the elite could afford a luxury good. Today, many people see it as a right that they should also be able to consume luxury goods, just like the wealthy. Many luxury brands have responded by creating lower-end luxury goods for the mass market. However, this might cause a backlash with the elite consumer because they do not want the masses to consume their goods. They're in search of goods that are exclusive. How do you feel about others wearing or consuming the luxury goods that you consume? Aristocracy is when a person has power and title by birth. By meritocracy is when a person earns position and power by their ability. How would these two people be raised differently? Those who have power and title by meritocracy tend to demonstrate their status by having loud labels and logos, own luxury goods without necessarily knowing how to properly consume them, and believe that luxury goods are those who can afford them. A person who's born in aristocracy are trained how to consume these goods. They want to maintain their lifestyle that they were born into and believe that luxury should only be consumed by those who can appreciate it and were born into them. Excursionists are those that dream to be a person who can afford luxury goods and purchase them occasionally, while day trippers are those who consume luxury goods when there's a deep discount, while brand loyalists are those who can afford luxury goods on a regular basis. Which groups should you target and why? This figure shows that when people buy luxury goods on a regular basis, they tend to purchase luxury goods in many different categories, while people can only buy luxury goods occasionally will purchase goods in a very narrow category like cars, jewelry, or staying in a luxury hotel. The occasional luxury consumer might treat themselves once in a while to a luxury good. However, as their economic power increases, so will their luxury consumption. So it's important to focus on people with emerging economic power to acquaint them with your luxury goods. This study found that there are 4 types of luxury consumers: those who are seeking authenticity of the experience, creative desire hedonism, traditional and prestigious, and those who want luxury goods that are exclusive and seek items of rarity. Which one of these 4 categories do you fit into? Many luxury consumers can be placed into this grid. The x-axis range from holistic living to expressing themselves with loud logos. The y range is from having a unique image to one that fits into the aspiring world. Where would you fit on this figure? The purpose of luxury consumption varies for who it's for and the purpose. In different cultures, luxury for others mean different things. In one part of the world, it might mean a present of alcohol. In another part of the world, it might mean flowers. In many Arab countries, when someone is getting married, you bring gold and silver. Many will argue that luxury for oneself means social status and hedonism.